we even got a letter of medical necessity that I sent to you, Megan, from our doctor. And I think it just put it so perfectly. Our doctor wrote, Remy has literally been uncomfortable most every day, and especially at night since he was born. Remy has never had the chance to learn to sleep like a normal, healthy infant.
So when you got that letter, when you were talking with the doctor, when did you guys end up reaching out or looking into even hiring a sleep consultant?
It was around that time. I think we realized that after we got the tubes that we were going to be in a position where he needed to learn to sleep and that he would be able to do it on his own. Mm-hmm. It was really simultaneously with that. As soon as he recovered from the surgery is when I think we had our first conversation.
How do you think that his not being able to sleep, do you feel that affected him prior to working together? Like, did you notice how it affected him, or was it more about, his ear infections and, feeling uncomfortable?
I think the ear infections and the reflux and then being on antibiotics, obviously, those were the primary reasons that he was an uncomfortable baby. But looking back now and seeing how well he sleeps and comparing it to what life was like before, he definitely was more irritable. He's just such a happy baby now. And he enjoys sleeping. He loves to fall asleep. He loves nap time. He almost cries for nap time. And before he was crying because he was so tired and he needed someone to be holding him to fall asleep. He needed that comfort. He was relying on us for that. But now he's so independent.
Yeah. And how was it affecting you and like your relationship with your partner?
I was not sleeping. So looking back and realizing, you don't really sleep for, the second half of your pregnancy, and then having him, and I was up 5-6 times a night. I was depleted. I had no patience for anything. I had no emotional capacity to be a good wife. I tried, but it's hard. And I know my husband, Ryan, saw that. He was really worried about me.
And how did the process, like after he started sleeping well, it affect you as an individual?
I started to sleep well. I still sleep well. Yeah. It's great. But, looking back, just realizing how much I didn't sleep.
Yeah.
They're the nights now where he's sick or he's just a little cranky and I need to wake up in the night just to reassure him and comfort him. Mm-hmm. And the next day I'm just dragging, and I just wonder how I made it for so long. And I guess the point is that I really wasn't. Our whole family was struggling because no one was sleeping.
Yeah, I think it's hard sometimes for people to realize when they're so sleep deprived that they're really that sleep deprived, because like it just becomes your norm.
Right.
But then after you've
one foot in front of the other and you keep going,
right.
And you don't know until you look back on it to see how sleep deprived you were.
What other than sleep and like learning about sleep, was there anything after the process that kind of like surprised you or that you took away from the process?
I think really what surprised me is how easy you made it. Meeting with you and talking with you was just so simple. You made it feel simple. I know it's not a simple concept. You made it feel like wow, why haven't we been doing this whole time? And I know, Remy had his difficulties, but all that to say, just you're a rock star. I think that's really what surprised me, is I wasn't expecting that. I was, we were desperate. We were willing to try anything. We just wanted to give it a shot. Like I said, we didn't have anything to lose, and just coming away and you're a miracle worker. You turned our baby from a cranky guy who needed me to fall asleep and needed to nurse to fall asleep and he's a dream. He falls asleep on his own and he's so happy. And I never thought he would be a baby that loves to sleep, but he does.